everybody, it's me, Tokkuri Yashi. Today we're going to be having a look at the Summer Shizuru and Eriko, who are both being given their unique equipment twos. But first, we will take a look quickly at the Summer Returns banner, which both of them do feature on. Obviously, yeah, this is a prize gotcha here till the 31st of August when this banner goes away. We will be getting Era. Pre-Fest Era will be coming next, and we do get free pulls on this banner. We will be doing that one. Free pull for today in a second. So who is on this banner? As we can see here, we have got Summer Eriko on the banner. We'll be taking another look at her today to see if she's really worth trying to target on here. If you don't already have her, we have got Summer Shizuru 2, who will also be having a look at, but this Summer Shizuru is a permanent character. All the others are limited. This Shizuru is a permanent character. She does have a node where you can grind out hair shards. So if you did choose to get hair shards from this banner from the price gotcha, you get 145. If you don't have her, you could build hair with that. We have the Summer Shinobu, who I think hair value dropped off a little bit when we got the Pre-Fest Violet. She was often used a bit like Wakana, summoning their school daddy to tank, to take hits. Now we've got Violet. I don't think she should be used as much as she was. Summer Ranfa, who never was really used a huge amount, but that's because the Water Magic AoE team never really got the full pieces that it needed. Summer Mimi, another character that was once highly sought after, which again has fallen off. Now we've got the Summer Pecorine and their unique equipment too. Summer Pecorine is a much better multiple target DPS for water physical than this Summer Mimi. So again, air value dropped off a little bit because of that. Summer Ray, who is probably the best of the bunch on here. The character that I have currently got set as the pickup because I don't have her. Used quite a lot in Deep West. Very good physical DPS for this water team. And then finally, Summer Zoe, again another one that has fallen off very slightly. She fell off when we got Summer Riri. They both do very similar things. So there we go, this is the characters on this Returns banner. Let's do our free pull for today. Can lightning strike twice? Can we actually look like someone from here? Or did all my luck go with the Summer Ninon? Looks like it went with Summer Ninon because second day in a row, no 3-star on here. So there we go. Let's move on. Let's move on then. Take a look at Shizuru and Eriko and see what they have both been given with their unique equipment twos. So as we said, first of all, let's have a look here at our Summer Shizuru. Now Summer Shizuru, she is an AoE damaging tank. I say AoE damaging tank. It's a tank that does AoE damage, not a huge amount of damage. Some attack buffs for the team and a bit of healing for the team. So let's have a look at her skill 2 here. This is before the unique equipment 2 has been added, and it boosts allies' physical attack and recovers allies' hit points. So what has she been given then with this unique equipment 2? Well, physical defense and physical crit rate. If you level up stars on this, they will get higher. Physical defense, pretty good for a tank. Physical crit rate, maybe not so much. That could have perhaps been HP. Would have been a little bit better if you're going to use it in the tank role. But is she going to do more damage now with this upgrade? And here is the upgrade for the passive here of the skill 2. Now what has she been given then? She has a physical attack buff to all allies. Well, now that is up from 1089 for 12 seconds to 5445 for 24 seconds. So the buff and the duration has been increased. The single heal she had remains the same, but she has been given HP restore over time to all allies, which is currently on mine 868 for 12 seconds, so 868 points per second. She's also been given permanent physical attack to herself that is boosted by the number of allies, currently 7,260, but like I said, 180 seconds, so this should be stacking. If we have a look at a loop pattern, however, we can see she's got a very old loop pattern, and this skill 2 is only 1 in every 8 actions, so it's not going to be stacking that fast. Could be a little bit better there. Also, she's getting permanent physical defense to herself as well, 218 there. Again, 108 seconds, stacking, but as we saw, loop pattern could be better. This could maybe be, if you had a modern loop pattern, the way this skill 2 was used at 1 in every 4 actions, it could be a hell of a lot better. Well, you know, you need to be a genius to understand that. So there we go, that is what this Shizuru's got. We're going to give her a little bit of a test later on, as we do have here. A little bit more damage, a little bit more buff for the team. Can she take the role of the dedicated tank for multiple target water physical? That's what we're about to find out later on, so come back for that. But first of all, we're going to have a look at Eriko. As we don't have Eriko, we're going to have to jump down here. If we got Ray, then we would put Eriko as our second choice to try and get, if we get 2 of them with 3 pulls, we will be very lucky. Now anyway, Eriko here, she is an old physical DPS, so current standards, before this she really didn't do a huge amount of damage, but she also lowered physical defense. She was a bit of a physical defense down for the team. So here is the skill 2 that we're looking for. As we can see, again, this one lowers enemies' physical defense and recovers some of their own TP. So, what has this unique equipment given here? So, here is the unique equipment, and as we can see, it gives her hit points and physical attack power. If you can see that physical attack, hit points and physical attack power. So, she got the hit points that Shizuru should have had, and Shizuru got the physical crit that Eriko maybe should have got. Anyway, perhaps they could do a little bit of a swapsies there. So, what has the passive now been upgraded to? So here we go. This is for Eriko. She now has a physical defense down, which has gone up from 301 to 406. It was 0.85, has now gone up to 1.15 times skill level. She now has crit damage received, increased crit damage received to the nearest target of 12% for 18 seconds. And she has been given these extra bits of the passive here. If the target is poisoned, she will apply poison for, reapply the poison for 180 seconds. This is like to be there for permanently, doing 37.5 times skill level in damage per second. So currently that is about 13,237 per second. If they are not poisoned when this skill fires off, she will apply poison, the same, and then the damage over time for 108 seconds will be a tenth of that, only 1,323 per second. And then she has got exactly the same, but this time with Venom. 280 times skill level, damage per second if already envenomated, which is about 98,840, and if they weren't envenomated, she will apply venom, and then the damage will be about a tenth at 9,884. So a little bit of quick maths here. Combined, that's about 112,000 damage per second. If this is up for 60 seconds for the last minute of the fight, because the first time that she does this skill, unless you've got somebody else on the team that poisons and envenomates them, is going to be the smaller damage. So we'll say for the last 60 seconds, so that's going to be 60 procs of damage over time. That works out at 6.7 million damage. Now, is that good? Is that not good in clown battle fights where we are doing over 200 million damage? An extra 6.7 million damage is maybe on the low side. Maybe on the low side, but we'll have a look at this in a sec anyway. She also restores TP to herself, which is now 180 when it was 140 or something like that before. Anyway, again, she has an old loop pattern. This skill 2 is 1 in 6 actions, so again, this is not going to be fired off that much, but it could maybe be worse. So, seeing as we don't have our Eriko, we can't run our own tests, I've been had a little look around the community to see what this unique equipment has given her, and we have this fight here that I have found against Rai on a water physical team here, and as we can see, like I thought, perhaps that damage over time is going to be their main damage, but main damage is going to be that damage over time. It's not amounting to a huge amount, at least in this scenario, but maybe here, physical defense down has helped Sheffy there and Cheru to do a bit more damage. Perhaps we would like to see a little bit more here from this Eriko. We will know for sure though when Clown Battle teams are here in a few days' time. That will be when we can make our final decision whether this Eriko's unique equipment 2 was good or maybe she needed a little bit more. So let's go and see if we can do a little bit of testing now. Just a little bit of testing here with this Summer Shizuru. So as we do have here on our account. To test Summer Shizuru then, what we are going to do is we're going to jump into Orlean here, who was a boss from last clan battle. Now for this fight we had all of these water physical teams here. They were tanked by Violet. So we're going to run one of these teams here. What we want to see is, now with the Unique Equipment 2, is this Summer Shizuru, is multiple target going to be a better fit on this team than Violet? So we're going to run this team here with 165 million damage here, 5,004. That's the only one that we can run. So let's jump back into the game here. We'll send that one off like this, just so we can get a new benchmark of what amount of damage we can do with this. We will be back then, and we will see then if we send in Summer Shizuru with a Unique Equipment 2 on, if she's going to do a better job than Violet on this team. So we're back then with about 10 seconds to go. Running full set. I know timelines will do a little bit more damage, but we don't have timelines for Shizuru, so we keep it all on a level playing field with everybody being set here. So here we go, end of the fight with Violet on the team. We did 189 million damage, and here is the damage spread for the team. So let's go and send Shizuru in then, and we will see if she can beat, on the team, if she can beat this 189 million damage. So quickly, so we had something else to compare. I just ran this fight all in again with Summer Shizuru tanking, but without a Unique Equipment 2 on. And we see 158 million damage, so it's less than what we did with Violet. Here is the damage spread, so we have something else to compare to. So now let's send her in with the Unique Equipment 2 on air. So now we have got the Unique Equipment 2 on Shizuru. Unfortunately, it's only at 1 star. We're still grinding out those shards to refine that a little bit more. So let's send this in and see what it does. See if we can glean any kind of information about the upgrades here for this Summer Shizuru. So we're backing them in then when we have got some results to compare. Okay, so we have about 10 seconds left. Damage is a little bit more than what it was before, but this is the kind of fight that this Summer Shizuru should be excelling in if she's going to be used in the game. Now there we go, 183 million damage. It's definitely up on her run without her Unique Equipment 2, but a little bit shy of what Violet was doing off Element when she was tanking for this team, which is maybe a little bit disappointing. So let's just bring all of these results up next to each other, and then we can round out this video. So let's take a look then at a comparison of those 3 battles to see how Shizuru has done. And unfortunately, it looks like comparing to the team with Violet tanking in an environment that this Summer Shizuru should have excelled in against a multiple target boss weak to the water element, she's still fallen a little bit short there. Not the best of signs, but if you do compare before and after the Unique Equipment 2, she's definitely seen a bit of a sizable improvement. The characters that are allies on the team are also doing a little bit more damage compared to before she had the Unique Equipment 2. I can see there that Summer Pekari did do most damage with Violet tanking. That is a little bit concerning. We will have to see though when Clan Battle comes around if this Summer Shizuru does get used on any of these teams. Same goes for Eriko. Initially, maybe she does look a little bit disappointing with what she's been given, but again, the test will be Clan Battle in a few days. We will have a look at the teams. We will see if they are there. So let me know what you think of these 2 summer characters with their unique equipped 2s. I'm Tokkuri Yashi. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again for another video. Bye 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 bye.